Hey, you know a character is about to make waves again when their name starts popping up after 1 year of silence. Geshu Lin isn't just resurfacing, he's crashing back into the spotlight like a forgotten legend returning to settle unfinished business. And after being completely absent since version 1.0, the long wait could finally be over. Geshu Lin is making his comeback in Wuthering Waves version 2.7, and the entire community is buzzing with the theories, leaks, and wild expectations. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? The first time most of us met Geshu Lin was way back in the early days of the game, where he played a role in Jian's storyline. Then, just like that, poof, he vanished without a trace. No updates, no cameos, nothing. He since existed only as a name whispered among players who love digging through the game's lore. But now, we finally have confirmation. Geshu Lin is coming back. And the quest in question is called A Stranger in a Strange Land. And from what we've seen, it's setting up a face-off between Geshu Lin and Shui Yuan. If that doesn't scream epic, I don't know what else does. In any case, treat all info in here for now as theory, as these are not yet confirmed, so please take it with a grain of salt. What is confirmed, however, is that you have no chance of getting him. Chances are, to make him optimal, you might need Chisa and Shui Yuan together. That means your wallet is now trembling, so let me help settle your mind just a little. And if you need to top up in order to get Lunites, Asteroids, and Battle Pass exclusives, use my loot bar link down in the description for up to 25% in savings. It's cheaper than doing it in-game. Not only are you helping your finances, you'll be also helping mine as well. Loot Bar is the most trusted name when it comes to Wuwa top-ups with amazing Trustpilot reviews. And with their mobile DIY top-ups, you will get the discounts without giving out your password. So, use my link for an extra 10% off your first purchase. And thank you Loot Bar for sponsoring this video. The quest is scheduled to drop during the second phase of the 2.7 update on October 30th, Halloween, which just so happens to align with the new banners for Shui Yuan and Zani. That means players are in for a pretty stacked phase. New events, new banners, and a brand new story featuring the long-awaited return of one of the game's most mysterious figures. And let's be honest, it's about time. It's been over a year since Geshu Lin last appeared in any official content. So his comeback now feels very intentional. It's not a random cameo. It's the beginning, I feel, of something really big for Geshu Lin and his long-awaiting fans. Now, what about his kid? In the lore, Geshu Lin is portrayed as a chaotic powerhouse, someone who channels destruction at the cost of his own safety. Early info suggests a high-risk, high-reward playstyle built around trading HP for massive bursts of damage. His Havoc-infused broadblade strikes are said to unleash sweeping waves of dark energy, tearing through enemies in wide arcs. There are whispers of a parry system in his toolkit as well, one that sacrifices speed for precision, rewarding perfectly timed counters with devastating retaliation. Think of him as a fusion between Dungeon's reckless aggression and Taoshi's defensive timing, blending ferocity with finesse. In essence, Geshu Lin's design seems to revolve around calculated danger. The lower his health, the deadlier he becomes, and he might even lean into the Havoc-bait archetype, dealing amplified damage to corrupted enemies. If Kuro takes that route, we could see his debut earlier than expected, possibly in the early chapters of the 3.x arc. So if you're the kind of player who loves pushing your limits and dancing on the edge of defeat, Geshu Lin sounds like the perfect fit. Rumor has it that his broadblade combos create massive area of effect bursts, possibly chaining explosions or applying a stacking debuff on enemies. It's all very speculative right now, but if even half of this is true, he's going to be a menace on the battlefield. And the concept of consuming HP to boost damage, kind of like Hu Tao in Genshin Impact, could make him one of the most adrenaline-fueled characters in the entire game. And then, of course, balance is always key. If Geshu Lin really is built around risk and self-inflicted damage, he'll probably need built-in mechanics to sustain himself. Maybe he'll gain temporary shields or damage reduction when he dips below a certain HP threshold, or perhaps he'll recover a portion of the damage dealt to enemies. I mean, we've seen these mechanics before. We have Augusta, we have Carlotta, who incorporates some of these mechanics. But either way, if Kuro gets his design right, Geshu Lin could become the face of aggressive, high-tempo gameplay, high-risk and high-reward gameplay for Havoc teams. Now, players have been burned before by characters disappearing for years only to reappear in side content or lore fragments, but this feels different. Geshu Lin's return is being handled like a major event, and if the devs are planning to make him playable, they know exactly how to build that hype. First, they reintroduce him through their, stories. Then, they give him a cinematic moment. And finally, they reveal his kit. It's the perfect build-up to a meta-defining release. And let's be honest, Geshu Lin's entire presence fits the dark, decaying atmosphere that Wuthering Waves has been slowly diving into. He embodies that eerie tension between chaos and control, which perfectly mirrors the world's spiral into uncertainty. Characters like him inject friction into an otherwise calm roster of upbeat personalities, giving the story a pulse that feels unpredictable and alive. It's not enough to have heroes who smile through the storm. We need characters who are the storm itself, whose motives clash with others even when their gameplay synergy is seamless. That's where the beauty lies. Conflict wrapped in cooperation, danger balanced by discipline, and an energy that makes every interaction with him feel like it could erupt into something explosive. And speaking of meta, Geshu Lin's arrival could shake things up hard. I mean, Havoc characters have always had the edgy, unstable energy to them, right? Strong but unpredictable as always, kinda like a bunch of camellias. If Geshu Lin delivers on his rumored potential, he could redefine how Havoc teams operate, bringing in a fresh layer of strategy built around risk management. Imagine timing your heals or shields perfectly as his HP dips into the danger zone just to unleash devastating bursts of damage. It's a balancing act that rewards bold play and punishes hesitation. And if rumors about Chiza are true, then surely Geshu Lin will have a spot in his team comp for our chaotic high schooler. Chiza is rumored as a DPS type healer hybrid with Havoc Bane capabilities and could help in damage over time negative status effects like erosion and frazzle. The hope is that Geshu Lin, given his lore, will also have abilities that scale off of echo skill damage to make a Geshu Lin, Chiza, and Shuiyuan team possible. If he has heavy attack buffs, then he could pair him with Jian for an insane dream team of lore. The hype surrounding Geshu Lin reminds me of when characters like Camellia and Frolova were first teased. They were names we kept hearing about but never saw in action for months. And now, after all that waiting, they finally got their time in the spotlight. And we weren't disappointed. Geshu Lin seems to be the next one in line for that same treatment. And this time, maybe the payoff could be even bigger. It's kind of poetic actually. Geshu Lin was one of those early names that people assumed would never resurface. But here we are in 2.7, watching him come back stronger than ever, with players already building theories about his kit, his lore, and his role in the world's future. It's the ultimate redemption arc for a forgotten hero. But what do you guys think? Are you planning to pull for Geshu Lin when he eventually drops, or are you just waiting to see how the devs balance his high-risk style? Either way, this comeback is one for the history buffs. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like for Shui Yuan Gotcha Luck, subscribe to get Chisa, and hit the bell for Geshu Lin Blessing. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in the next video drop. Goodbye!